This video contains spoilers for Attack on Titan and the No Regrets OVA episodes. If you haven't watched it, you should. Attack on Titan is a masterpiece. The compelling story, thrilling action and amazing pacing are all big factors in the series. What however stuck out to me early on was that the main characters were annoying. First of all, you have the main protagonist Eren Yeager, who in the first 3 seasons is always overthinking every single thing he does for no reason. Then you have Armin, who mostly in the beginning just acts like a little bitch, just a little bitch. And maybe worst of all, you have Mikasa, who has a fucking obsession over this kid, which I'm very certain isn't healthy. These characters were all very annoying to me early on. But then Levi comes in and shablam! Instant favorite, the entire vibe just swapped because Levi is extremely chill. Then in episode 9, Levi just goes respect earned. Since then, my favorite character has been Levi by a wide margin. So when I caught up to season 4 and then found out that there were extra episodes, you have gotten my attention, dear sir. Especially since there were 2 episodes about Levi and his past called No Regrets. These weren't concluded in any season and aren't necessary to follow the main story. But nonetheless, these are one of my favorite episodes regarding Attack on Titan. Since I already saw the entire series as of yet beforehand, I already knew a thing or two about Levi and his history. Despite this, the 2 episodes about Levi's life before joining the Survey Corps have a lot of interesting things to add. We start by getting to know young adult Levi and his friends, as they are living their lives as thieves in the underground. One thing I really like about Levi is his cleaning OCD. In the regular series we see Levi in his 30s, where it first seemed like cleaning was a quirk of Levi. I just thought, yeah, that was kinda cool. Later in the series, and especially in the No Regrets episodes, it becomes apparent that cleaning is a part of Levi's character that is actually fitting. He does this because he wants to feel in control. This person also made a great video analyzing it. Through these episodes, it is shown to us that it's a logical character trait for Levi to have, one that makes him an even more interesting soul. But back to the beginning, which by the way has one of the best intros from AOT. I love this shit. I love this shit. Anyway, from the start, it becomes clear that Levi is the leader of this small sort of gang. His aura alone just screams superiority. This is also a moment where we gain empathy for Levi's accomplice, Furlan, who gives extra money to his pal Jan, who is in need of treatment and medicine for his leg. Furlan, what the hell. The episode continues with the school moment in between. And then the main plot for these 2 episodes is revealed with a lot of sparkling mystery, as Attack on Titan likes it. This scene is the setup for shit's that going down, according to Rich Guy in Stagecoach. And what do you know, in comes the Survey Corps with the man, the myth, Erwin Smith, the legend. Yeah, I was a little late on that, I know. Now, I fucking loved Levi absolutely out-parkouring the shit out of these bastards, and they caught up to him. What the fuck? Still, Levi ain't giving up without a fight, and they got fallen as well. Erwin asks Levi some questions and wants him to join the Survey Corps. And then the music takes over and it just goes. Then we get to the second episode, and boy does this episode pay off. I'm back with this amazing intro, by the way. At first, Levi and Kogang are being doubted by everyone in their skill and trustworthiness. The original fan club Levi Boys gang then easily show off their skill, you know the drill, just how I feel, yeah. But in the meantime, this treasure of a moment happens. Huh? Now this perfectly adds up to what we've seen so far regarding Levi's cleaning OCD and his superiority towards superiors, as also seen in the main series. This scene is so perfect that it even matches all the cool Levi boxes, which is a big part of what makes these OVA episodes so great. Steady but slowly, everything that we see Levi being in the original show, Levi is becoming in these episodes. He's turning his life as a thief around, and he's gonna kill Eren. Now this was very interesting to me, because seeing them in the series, Levi will trust his entire life and the lives of his comrades in the hands of Erwin and his plans. For their relationship to start off rocky, sure, but I was still very curious how their friendship and trust evolved from this point to what we see in the regular episodes. What I also like about these episodes is how it's just as much about Erwin, and how he became leader of the scouts. Despite this, we already see Eren peaking, being extremely centered about humanity and still being cute and chill. Now we're back with the underground hood guys, Levi gang definitely, and they still want to kill Eren. Levi, however, doesn't want them going out with them, which I understand. In the end, Levi actually decides to believe and has faith in them. Cool, faith, God and shit. So they carry on to go outside the walls, and the formation is breached, and naturally some titans gotta get clapped. So Levi turns around and shows off his skill by easily taking one out. Isabel and Fallen try to get the other one and eventually succeed as Isabel escapes out of the Titan's hand. The annoying guy from earlier is impressed, but Eren, aka the Chad, said they used too much gas. Here a new team is being set up and the title is also explained. Regret. Eren asks Levi if he's beginning to doubt his decision, and then goes on to tell him that he'll most likely die if he regrets his choice. Rain sets in. Levi is going ahead to snap Eren's neck, while Isabel and Fallen will stay put. A few minutes later, he arrives at a battlefield, with just one soldier on the brink of death, who can barely talk. Apparently this titan just passed Levi on his way to Erwin, so he immediately turns around as he is worried about the lives of Fallen and Isabel. Now, what happens next? Even the thought of it just gives me goosebumps. The perfection of this moment is unrivaled. We see a mellow, peaceful feather floating in the air, as Levi sees the cut-off head of Isabel laying before him, as Levi is being accompanied just by silence. No music, just silence, the wind and the rain. A few seconds later he sees the remaining half of Fallen in between the Titan's teeth. What makes this scene so perfect is first the feather, that appeared in the first seconds of the previous episode. The feather floats from the outside world through the sewers into the underground. This feather is in a sense a metaphor for the outside world, as it is for freedom. Now, in this scene, we see this feather just before we see the head of Isabel, which indicates to us that this is the outside world. This is a world where the people you love and the people you care about can and will likely die. That's the outside world. That's the world outside the walls. The goosebumps roll once again over your skin as Levi, out of anger, bitterness and sadness, slices the Titan into pieces. All, well, beautiful yet sad music takes over. He screams and cries and fuck man. And Levi, that doesn't care anymore, is confronted by Erwin, admitting even he is here to kill him. Little did he also know that Mr. Smith was 12 steps ahead of him. As Erwin gives his speech about regret, we come full circle. This is a beautiful setup to the moment in Season 1 where Levi gave Aaron the choice of either believing in his fellow soldiers or transforming into his Titan form, which led to him believing in his comrades and later on regretting that choice as these people die for him. We saw here that Levi, in the series being the wise and experienced captain, went through that exact same choice as Aaron did. This general motive in hindsight all took place because of this episode, because Erwin told Levi to not regret your choices and just to build upon them. Levi then passed this on to Aaron as the experienced Lance Corporal that he has become. Also, notice how the blood on Levi just doesn't evaporate. Titan blood evaporates, so you know. In the end, Levi realizes that Erwin is mentally leagues above the rest. And from now on, Levi follows Erwin because Erwin knows what's best. He just knows. Now this outro bangs, I ain't gonna lie dude, damn, this outro goes crazy man, the vibe is unreal, you know, it's just pow pow, and I go pow pow, and I go pow 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 pow, wow man, and you know, if you listen to it a few times, it actually fucking bangs, this is such a banger man, I just can't stress this enough, this is definitely the best out of Attack on Titan. You don't have to ask me. This is just, I love this outro. This is just such a great outro. It has it all. This is the outro that gets me hyped for the next episode. This is why it's so addictive. You know, this is exactly why.